Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your 2024 tarot forecast. We're going to do some oracle cards and get all your major energies for this year ahead, and then we're going to do a 12-month January through December tarot reading where we do cards for each month of the year coming up. For those of you who haven't been with me very long, I'm also an astrologer, so we will be putting a little bit of astrology information into your reading. Virgo, mostly I would point out your Mercury retrogrades. Those are, Mercury's your ruling planet, and so those retrogrades are important to you through that year. I love to use the little Llewellyn's pocket planner guide. I buy one of these every year for myself. I'm not endorsed by Llewellyn, but I love these little guys. I always buy one of these books because every day it's going to show you where your moon sign is, what planets or solar eclipses, etc. going on. It's going to show you, our equinoxes and solstices, and in the back, you may need your glasses for the fine print, but we do have 3 tables of ephemeris, which are really, really easy to look up. And the shaded ones are the ones that are retrograde, the ones that are direct or unshaded. It's going to show you where all the planets are stationed every day of the year for 3 years. 2023, 24, and 25 are included in that particular guide. So I'm just going to throw out the Virgo, the retrograde dates for Mercury for 2024. The first one's going to be in April 1st through 24th. That's going to be in the sign of Aries. The second Mercury retrograde of 2024 is August 5th through 27th. That will be moving a little bit through Virgo and then through Leo. November 26th through December 14th is our last Mercury retrograde of the year, and that is in the sign of Sagittarius. So most of our retrograde Mercury energy is going to take place in the fire signs this year, and that does make a difference to what kind of retrograde we experience. I think that when you have retrogrades in the fire signs, we're definitely rethinking and recalibrating in terms of, what actions we take, the things that we're enthusiastic about. What do we put our passion, energy, and vitality into? So it's that life force, right? It's that burst of energy and action that we're mostly going to be in review of. I would say that there's a lot of good energy this year overall for you, Virgo. You especially do have, in the first half of the year, the benefit of both Jupiter and Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Those are both fellow earth signs, and they do give you a lot of positive energy to move forward. I would say when we get to the second half of the year, you might start to feel pretty restless, especially for my early degree Virgos, those that are born towards that end of August, getting in, it's like the earlier you're born in Virgo, the more you're going to feel that Jupiter movement into Gemini on May 25th. And Gemini is a square to your sign. So you may feel more restless, more that you need to get up and go and do things. And you just want to be careful of that energy because you don't want it to make you, take action on something before you're truly ready or before you really are prepared for it. That's why I think this is an interesting year where astrologically we're really rethinking our actions before we take them. And Virgo in particular, you are certainly affected by that energy. So let's go ahead and dig into your cards next. Very excited to see what we have for you. And so we're going to start out with our Sacred Destiny Oracle. And we're going to get a major keyword and theme for your 2024. Please, Spirit, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos. Anything they need to see or hear for their best good for the year of 2024. And we do have delight. So very, very nice. That's a very happy card. It's an abundant, flourishing card. I feel like this is a card that gives you some respite here, Virgo, especially if you've had, a rough 2023. I feel like 2024 is unfolding. This is really a reminder, too, to just take things simple. Take joy in the little things, right? And just take your time. Attend to the little details. No worries. You're very good at that. And just delight in whatever it is that you're grateful for. Take pleasure in whatever it is that is making you happy. in those small moments. Those build up to big moments, if you ask me. So let's get next into some more astrology cards. We're going to see what else might be impacting you intuitively in our planets this year. Let's see what we've got, please, Spirit, for Virgo. All right, Pluto is important for you this year. Pluto, the planet of transformation, it is the ruler of Scorpio, and so it does deal with those deep cycles of, birth, life, rebirth, regeneration. It goes deep, right? It really addresses our deep inner feelings, our deep inner, sense of self. And so it's really about learning about your deeper psychology, your deeper nature. This is a really interesting year for Pluto. And I talked about it a lot in the Capricorn reading because Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn for almost 15 years. And this is the first year that it really makes that deeper ingress into the sign of Aquarius. It will in total be in Aquarius for 19 years. It does slip back into the last degree of Capricorn for a few months later this year, but after that, it's completely in Aquarius. So, you being a fellow Earth sign, and I will say for my later degree Virgos, those that are born, closer to the season of Libra in September, you will feel this Pluto transformation even stronger, even more, because all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, are being very impacted. Capricorn has been most directly impacted by this, but this has actually been a time of positive growth and transformation. Even if it hasn't felt like it to you, Virgo, it's been very important. And in retrospect, looking at the last 15 years, you may say, you know what? My life has completely changed. I am not the same person that I was when that cycle started at all. And you can see the differences that you have made in your life looking back. Going into our next card, we do have the Yod coming out. Really interesting. This is a astrological pattern that some people have in their charts. And it's this isosceles triangle that's like it connects these two planets here and it points to another one. So it's really saying this is like a finger of destiny. That's what the word Yod means, finger of God, finger of destiny. And so it really points that this could be a year of destiny for you. Things could be finally feeling like they're, snapping into place, or they feel like, you have more direction than you have in a long time. If you have felt kind of directionless, if you have felt kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going, suddenly things just start to click. Maybe things that have taken a very long time to come into being or come into alignment suddenly start to make a whole lot more sense. We also have the Grand Cross coming up for you here, Virgo. And to me, this can be that pressure. I would definitely say, second half of the year, you will feel more of that. This can provoke action. It can provoke movement. So be careful about the movements you take because the energy could really be provoking you to move forward quicker than maybe you even normally would. On the bottom of the deck, look at this. We have Scorpio, I transform. We have Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, and then we have the sign that it rules coming out. So this could be a very transformative year. You've got two major cards of transformation in the astrology deck and oracle, so that's fascinating. That could be more important than you realize. There could be also just, on the periphery, there could be a important Scorpio personality that comes into your life that helps you to transform even deeper because they do know how to do that. They're very, very good transformers. So let's go into another deck. We're going to look up a ancestor spirit guide. And we will see who is going to be helping you out the most this year, Virgo. I always pull one of these for each of our months of the year for each of our signs, but this is going to be an extra special one that will be presiding over 2024 for you. And we have Lady Nada, the Heart Awakening. All right. Awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So this could be the heart chakra opening here, Virgo. This could be a greater, deeper love coming in, and she is there to help guard and protect your gentle heart as it starts to awaken, as it starts to open. This could be situations where maybe you've had, lost love or heartache or heartbreak or something very painful that's happened, and you've transformed through quite a lot of it. There's been so much that you've had to heal from. And this almost, her energy is like that flower opening, and it's like you might feel a little fragile, you might feel a little afraid, but it's like the heart has to open. The heart has no choice. The heart is waking up after maybe a little bit of hibernation even, and she is going to help you to protect and guide the heart this year if you just reach out. Let's next get into a spirit animal that's going to be a special inspiration and guide for you this month. Not this month, but this year, Virgo. Let's get into that one. And we have the armadillo. Yes, that's what I think is like, that's why I felt that heart chakra, right? And the armadillo says set healthy boundaries. So, I love little armadillos. I think they're really cute and really unique little critters. And to me, this is saying as well, even if your heart feels sensitive, it feels vulnerable, this is important. When you set healthy boundaries, your heart can still remain soft, open, loving, receptive, and giving, while also keeping your boundaries very, very strongly. You don't have to be afraid to say no, to put your foot down. If something's not working for you, it's not working for you. And I would also say that, when you do that, it gives you a sense of freedom. Right? It gives you a sense of freedom, because then it's like, yes, I can love and I can give, but if I let people know these are my boundaries, this is what I will and will not accept, and then they step over it, that just tells me who's good for me and who's not, and I can easily, avoid that person or cut that connection if I have to, right? So set those boundaries around your heart. You are protected. Your heart is okay this year, Virgo. Let's next get into the last oracle I'll pull before we go into your tarot. This is my favorite oracle of the Hidden Worlds. The artwork is so beautiful in this, and I really just save it for the year-long readings because I love it, and it's just kind of got that like sacred space feeling to me. So let's see what your sacred space is, Virgo. Let's see what realm or spiritual alignment or area you will be working through and inhabiting for 2024. Beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. See what I mean about the artwork? It's so, so incredible. Sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. Yes, your heart, like we talked about, is really leaning into where it's supposed to go. And so you might be more introverted. You might be more to yourself because you're looking for the truth. You're seeking what is truly sacred, what is truly meant for you. You're getting to know yourself, and therefore you'll only put your heart out to those that feel right to you, that feel correct to you. You're not going to want to align with anything that isn't. So you're going to be very protective, right? You're going to be protective of your space. And you are definitely on the right path. That's what this one feels like. It's like, don't discount your intuition, Virgo. If something feels off, if something doesn't feel like it's guiding you in the right direction, you absolutely have the right to change direction and align to what's meant to be yours. But you are on a sacred journey. You are on a journey of transformation and growth and learning to be really just happy again. That delight card is so beautiful. Let's get into your tarot now. We're going to do January through December. I'm going to clarify each card with another deck so that we can get deeper messages on each month of 2024. Spirit, please show us Virgo in the tarot. All right, Knight of Wands, the Moon, the Ego, which is the same as the Devil card, Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Hermit, which is one of your power cards, Knight of Swords, and Knight of Cups. Very nice. Very interesting year. I like this. Let's get into it. Okay, so January is the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy. This is movement. This is action. I feel like you kind of burst into the new year like, I want to go, I want to do, I want to see. And I really think that, like I said, by the middle of the year, you're really going to be on the move. Like things are speeding up. That's always what that feels like to me. We have already in this reading, just on, you know, the 12 we pulled, we have 3 of the Knights. So to me, that says this is a year of a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of change. You could be changing residence, you could be changing jobs, you could be traveling a whole lot more. Let's get a clarifier on the Knight of Wands, please. And we have, ooh, look at the Hermit. It's coming out twice in your reading, Virgo. And we haven't had the Hermit come out a whole lot. Suddenly, we do your reading, and there he is, because that's one of your power people. That is the Virgo card in the tarot. So I feel like these journeys you may very well be going on alone. I really get that sense with the Sacred Journey card as well, because there is that introversion, that seeker, and that's what the Hermit is all about. He goes on that journey on his own to seek the truth, which is that star in his lantern, right? He is somewhat pioneering. He doesn't really want everyone to follow him around. Like he wants to really seek the truth, seek the highest good, the highest wisdom, and really feel his own energy, right? Feel your own self so that you're not, you know, absorbing the energy of everyone else. Both of these cards, Sagittarius and Virgo energy, to me are both, you know, they're very pioneering in this energy. The Hermit and the Knight of Wands both really go out on their own. They do their own thing. Yeah, you might be taking a trip or planning one that's just for you, like just for you, to somewhere really special or somewhere really sacred that just is somewhere your heart is saying, I need to go there. The Moon card is up for February. This is Pisces energy. It is the opposite balance to your sign, Virgo. So you might be dealing with some emotion, maybe some confusion, some cloudiness. Maybe you're really balancing, you know, something in your life. You're kind of choosing between two sides. So let's clarify this. The Moon is not very clear, right? That's the thing about the Moon. It's the mystical, misty Pisces side. And that's why it is kind of your opposite. The thing that makes Pisces and Virgo the same is that both of them are very sensitive, right? Virgo and Pisces are both the most sensitive signs of the zodiac. So let's see what we have, if we can clear up a little bit what's around this misty moon. Ah, the Star card. So you might be trying to clear up some issues around your own freedom, your own independence, your own authentic individual spirit. You could be dealing with a Pisces or an Aquarius this month. There might be some confusion around those signs. But I would say that all will be revealed in time. Absolutely. Because the star does bring clarity. It does bring, you know, light at the end of the dark tunnel. So I would say that February, you know, you might start out having a lot of confusions or questions about something, but by the end of the month, I think you have your answers. Going into the month of March, we do have the Ego. Like I said, this is the same as the Devil card in the traditional deck. Capricorn energy, it is absolutely sometimes breaking free of something that's been keeping you in a trapped feeling. If you've been working at a job you don't particularly love, if you know, have been kind of stuck in a rut or routine that you're tired of, this can really break you free. Sometimes it is an ego trap, right? Sometimes it's an ego bond, you know, that has to be severed, and it's actually very positive, right? But if you've been overworking or if you've been stuck in something you don't enjoy, just out of habit, right? Just out of routine or obligation, it's time to break free of that. Yes, the Ace of Cups is here. Something so much better is coming in for you, Virgo, if you release something. This could, this can be so many things. It can be a loveless marriage. It can be a passionless career. It can be a place that just feels like it saps your soul's energy. But I feel like when you break free of that, woo, look at that. Ace of Cups comes in. Fulfillment of the heart, of the soul, Spirit granting you a big, beautiful gift. Very, very nice. Going into the month of April, we have the Page of Swords. So to me, this is like new information. Your mind is very activated, especially if you do clear free of something in March. Like you just feel alive again. You feel like a kid almost, right? You know, just taking in all sorts of information, learning all you can. You know, just looking over information, doing your research. That I feel like is actually very invigorating for you. Yeah, Ten of Wands. And there may be something that's sort of like busy work, or it's kind of heavy, because the Ten of Wands is a burdensome cycle coming to an end. So you may have to review some old documents. You may have to go through, you know, signing some contracts or things like that. And, you know, it feels kind of heavy on your heart or on your mind, right? But once you get it done, that's the end of that cycle. Like you're finished, you're good, you're ready to go to the next level after that. Going into the month of May, this is the Seven of Wands. So you are self-protective. There's that little armadillo. You're setting boundaries. I would say don't fight every battle that comes to you, right? This is like choose your battles wisely. Not all of them are worth fighting. Don't waste your energy on people that you can never make sense to anyway, right? But if you need to, definitely stand up for yourself and have confidence. Ten of Pentacles, right? And I feel like, you know, for you, it's like there is eyes on the bigger prize, right? Yeah, the Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, these are completions of cycles. So to me, it's like you might be kind of standing up and fighting for what is yours or what you feel is owed to you, because this is that stability. It might be something, you know, like if you're leaving a job, you may be fighting for a good severance package, right? It's like, no, I've done a lot here and I deserve something for my time and my energy. Going into the month of June, we have the Three of Cups. So I do feel the lightness really returns here. You're happy again. This is a really good time to go out with friends, relax a little bit, especially if you've been working very hard. You need some levity. You need some joy returning to your life. And there could definitely be some things to celebrate, something that's good, that just comes in and makes your heart happy. And yes, look at that. 10 of Cups here, Virgo. I'm saying a lot of completions going on, it feels, this year. Some big stuff coming full circle. I feel like the previous 2 months are heavier, but then once you move through those, June is looking really beautiful. This is like a time that really just has you feeling like I'm in the right place. I'm in the right time. My heart is happy. Things are making sense. Like everything's starting to fall into place that way. And it does not stop. Look at, as we move into July, we have the Ten of Cups coming through a second time. So I feel like whatever has come to a completion for you this year, it just feels like it sets you free to have happier relationships, a happier job, a happier experience of life. But it didn't come out of nowhere. Like you really have to confront some, you know, some heavy things, some dark side stuff. There's some big things that have to maybe metaphorically, you know, die for you to be reborn here, because it feels like a rebirth. And look at that. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Like, you fought hard for this peace of mind. This didn't come just out of nowhere. You know, and you may still feel like in some ways it's almost like you have to fight for your happiness sometimes. And that's, you know, a lot of us have to do that because, you know, that's not just granted. You know, we can't rely on external circumstances all the time to have happiness and contentment. So sometimes we really do have to make this concerted effort to keep our chin up, to keep seeing the positive, even when there's a lot of challenges. And so I feel like this is you just determining, I'm going to protect that happiness I've made for myself. I'm going to protect what joy I have. I'm going to cultivate it. I'm not going to let anybody come against it. Moving into the month of August, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is equal give and take. And I feel like, you know, this is you really extending yourself outward to others. And it's like the ones that are right for you, Virgo, are going to reciprocate your energy. There's going to be an equal energetic give and take. You know, the signs represented here are Libra and Taurus, and we do have it clarified by the Five of Swords. So I definitely see you making some choices about who you let go of and who you keep in your circle. Five of Swords is usually people that aren't very honest or upright, right? They're really, you know, many times they're hiding something or they'll step on others to get ahead. They're just not very good people, right? They're the kind that'll lead you into negative habits and things like that. So I feel like you're really making a choice. The Five of Swords is also a classic should I stay or should I go card. It's like stand up and fight for this or turn and walk away. I think you're making the choice to turn and walk away from anyone or anything that imbalances you or is not an energetic match. Going into the month of September, we've got another six. So we're really in some movement here. Six is always about love and relationship to me. You know, it has to do so much with that equal give and take. And there is also a lot of action behind it. There's always a lot of movement in the six cards. To me, the Six of Swords is one of the nicer cards from the sword suit because what it indicates is that you're leaving behind the troubled times, the troubled waters, right? And moving into a place of greater serenity, greater calm, greater peace. Sometimes it comes, you know, after a good deal of sacrifice. I do feel like there are some definite things you're turning loose here in this process. Look at that. We go from the Five of Swords, Six of Swords, right? You've turned and walked away from some people and some situations that really were not good for you. And maybe you had to take even a bit of a loss financially, personally, whatever it was. But it was worth it because you're going in the right direction. You're going in a peaceful direction that's taking you where you truly want to be. And we have the Queen of Cups. And to me, wow, talk about, it's because you're honoring your emotional boundaries. It's like you are honoring your emotional self and saying, here's what I'll accept. Here's what I won't accept. The Queen of Cups keeps a lid on that cup because she's very careful about who she lets into her inner circle, right? And I see this, you know, we saw this with these spirit guides, the animal guide. It's like you're protecting your heart. You're protecting your emotional boundaries this year. You're on a sacred journey. You might be going on it alone. Or you might be going on it with a partner or a really like a confidant best friend, it feels like. There is a lot of love around you. So even if you release a relationship or you leave one, I feel like it doesn't take a whole lot for you to have love again. Like that's just really, it's almost like you're trading something that's not as good for something that's going to be a lot more fulfilling. That it really feels like a move between those things. Going into the later part of the year, getting into October, we have your power card again, Virgo. We have our Hermit coming up. So again, peaceful meditation, meaningful solitude. Let's read what's on this card. Shine your light and as example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor, right? This is a journey of self-discovery. There is your sign. I love how they included that in the artwork on this card. But October, definitely, I feel like you're on the right path. Because when you get these cards coming up for yourself, you're definitely moving in your own direction, embracing your own power, your own peace. And, you know, it really doesn't matter whether you're alone, single, coupled, with friends. It's like, I feel like for the most part, you're like, I've got to do this just for me. It's time for me to really learn about myself, to understand who I am and what makes me happy, what makes me tick, what are my, you know, main heart's desires. And we have Justice. Yep, Libra energy again. You could have a Libra person in your life. You've got a couple, you know, indicators of some Libra energy. But to me, this is mostly just you finding your harmony, finding your balance, unfair things being made right. Yeah. Injustice where there was, you know, justice where there was injustice. Going into the month of November, we've got a couple nights here at the end of the year. So I feel like this year comes in strong and fast. There's a lot of movement. And I feel like this year is typified by a lot of movement. The Knight of Swords is usually air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it's really a lot of information coming to you very, very quickly. Someone may come in with a lot to tell you or a lot to say, or vice versa. Things moving, I mean, this is like rapid movement, right? The Knight of Swords comes in like lightning, you know, like a lightning bolt, just, you know, illuminating everything and bringing a whole lot of information to you. Yeah, and it could be something that helps you to release whatever it was you were holding on to that wasn't good for you. I feel a lot of this through your whole year where it's like you're releasing whatever is not fulfilling to your soul, to your heart. It's like, I gotta go, right? I gotta go. I gotta move forward. I gotta keep going. Hermit's on a journey, right? All these knights are on a journey. Look at this, the sacred journey. I mean, you're on a absolute journey this year. Going into the last month of 2024, we have the Knight of Cups. So if you haven't found love or you're single this year, Virgo, this could be those love offers coming in. More Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces, Scorpio, very, very strong in this read. Especially with two Tens of Cups and Ace of Cups. Could have a lot of water signs around you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You might have a lot of choices too. Ooh. Yeah, I mean for this is like new love. This is a new love and you might have more than one choice with the Seven of Cups. There might be a whole lot of people you're choosing from and you're like, I gotta do my Virgo due diligence here. I gotta check them out and see which one is gonna be the best because, you know, Page of Wands is Aries energy. It's fire, it's joy, it's playfulness. It's like finally having some fun after maybe some very heavy times or a lot of journey of introspection and self-discovery. On the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. So again, very much paying attention to your intuition, journey of the self, a journey of the soul, and absolutely a journey because Wheel of Fortune is movement forward. It's coming out of stagnation. You may be introverted. You may be doing your own thing a lot for a lot of this year, Virgo. But wow, is it fulfilling? Like you are anything but stagnant. You are anything but stuck. I feel like if anything, you're getting very unstuck. I feel like that happens by the month of March. The hardest months in a way that I see are really going to be, you know, April, May. I feel like you're moving through some things. You might be signing contracts or figuring out some legal stuff even. Reviewing a lot of information, letting go of a heavy burden. The other month that you may really feel a lot more freed up is November. Something really lets loose. Like you're just like, yes, I'm done. I'm moving. I'm, you know, free as a bird. That's that comes to my mind. Let's get some blessings, please, Spirit, on this for our beautiful Virgos. We have a blessing for good work. Yes, I feel like you're doing a lot of good work, and especially inner work on yourself. Yes, a blessing to ease loneliness or bring companionship, because Virgo, I just, this is a general read, so it could, apply to many, but I feel like a lot of you have felt very alone. Even if you've been in a relationship, it's like you've been very alone in the relationship, and I feel like that's changing, either because you walk away from it and you're like, nah, I can if I want to be alone and feel alone, I'll just be alone, right? But I feel like so many better people do come in if that's your situation. And look at this. A blessing for a fresh start. So yeah, you're ending something to begin something new this year. It feels very, very strongly yeah, pushed in that way here. So Virgo, do not be afraid. That would be my biggest message out of this, is like, don't be afraid, don't get nervous if you see old things in your life, institution structures, start to dismantle or start to come apart. There's huge transformative forces at play. Spirit is trying to push you back onto the path of your personal destiny. If you're letting go of one thing, it's because Spirit has something better for you. I saw a really good little affirmation today, and I'd seen it before, but it reminds me of this, and it's like Spirit only has 3 answers. Yes, not right now, or there is something better. And that's what I really feel. I feel like, the loneliness that you've experienced is coming to an end. A fresh start is coming. The work that you're doing is absolutely valid, important, and necessary. You are on a sacred journey this year, Virgo, so don't ignore it. Take all the time that you need for yourself, and seek your inner truth. What an amazing read. Have an amazing 2024, Virgo. My best wishes to you on the year ahead, and I look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Take care.